It's Madden NFL 24, and we're going to see Mark Andrews. He was a machine for them last week with several touchdowns on top of triple digits receiving. It's the Rams and the Cowboys.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
They're brought out by a fifth-year pro coming off a career season as a passer and a runner. It's Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule.
At the 27-yard line.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is taken at the 23.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
Now leading him out, a motivated rookie out of Kentucky. Fell to the early portion of the 2nd round of the draft. It's Will Levis.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm that is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Quay Walker gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Levis sets up to throw here. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Levis looking to throw.
20! And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Cowboys sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. And that's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And the Rams first down.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnosed.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to the
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Levis on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Rodman. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense for the Cowboys very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
3rd down and 13. Levis. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that look like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the
Barkley inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Rams.
It's Barkley on the counter. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
At the Rams' 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And he taken in by Shaheed. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Rams to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Now Levis. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard
Back to throw, it's Levis. Short throw, this is Seals-Jones with it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, but you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback. He's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Levis, quick completion out wide. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Levis to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. Spot. Remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Butker's kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Williams being motioned left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 3rd and 4. Levis back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Levis. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Jones, off play action. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you get a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Counter play with Jacobs. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, LA. Josh Jacobs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones can't get away, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Levis from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Levis looking to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down, Rams.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 15-yard
Once again, it's Jacobs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. It's a gain of a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. The offense on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Ooh, with a juke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only a yard on the completion in 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Jacobs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing Jones. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. They needed 4, they got 8, and it results in a conversion on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This now a 3rd and 4.
37-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Levis.
3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And the Rams getting set to go now. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Levis sets up to throw here.
Finding Williams once more, complete. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
Levis out of the shotgun now. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
Now Levis. Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal, Rams.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
This is caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Chris Godwin.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Rams up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That one's probably going to backfire.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offense. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Butker is up. Well, this game, it was well in hand.